Fala pessoal, sejam todos bem-vindos ao meu canal. Eu sou a Ai. E galera, seguinte, eu trazer aqui pra vocês mais um vídeo de Starfield. Eu espero que vocês estejam gostando da série. Caso ainda não seja inscrito no canal e não conheça o meu conteúdo, convido você a entrar e dar uma olhada nos meus vídeos. Se gostar, já se inscreve para ficar por dentro de mais vídeos de Starfield e de outros jogos que estão por vir. Então, bora logo aqui, gente, começar. Eu já estou na frente do ponto, né? Nós conseguimos ir na Freestar, pegar os dados lá e tudo mais. Agora nós vamos vir aqui. Opa, NPC, com licença, muito obrigada. You see.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules.
Ok, acredito que aqui não terá absolutamente nada.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected the data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Bom. Eu achei que, tipo, ele ia deixar eu interagir e depois, né? Vamos lá, então. Colete os dados, ok. Só isso, tipo, coisa simples. Agora nós vamos voltar para o ponto, ele vai me jogar pro elevador e depois nós vamos voltar para lá. Ok, eu cheguei aqui nela. Entregue. Você agora.
Time for us to start getting some real answers and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right.
Será?
So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Vamos? Ai, cadê o pessoal? Ah, finalmente! Ah, não, é a Nova Atlântida. Confundi com outra porta. Saída. Você tá me atrapalhando. E a mulher não quer falar comigo, ela fica fugindo de mim.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Claro que seja. Tipo, ai, dane-se, tá pronto.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza where you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. and they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Ok, mais 9.600. Eu tô rica, já tô rica. Vamos lá pro ponto. Sempre aperto o botão errado. Bom, aqui acredito que eu não vou precisar puxar a arma nem nada. Bora. Bora, bora, bora. Eu achei que ele ia fazer uma animação e ia cortar pra uma... sei lá.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? I'm Francois Sanon. But most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes. But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace.
Isso, eles falam muito disso.
Serve the colonies. One final act of rebellion by the leadership that lost the Colony War. The trial was authentic. I faced tribunal with dignity, but my execution, staged. A lethal injection that was anything but. The cabinet at the time, long gone now, wished to keep me on as an advisor. And considering the other option, I was in no place to refuse. So I elected to trade my freedom for my continued existence. But such is the life of a soldier. Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny Hadrian have already made impressive progress on.
Então agora você quer me ajudar.
Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Little family?
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Tá, estou ouvindo. Vamos me deixar ele terminar de falar.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need
Sempre tem um favorzinho, né? Eles nunca fazem uma coisa de bom coração.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlin. myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
Preciso pensar que tal eu prender o cara e entregar ele pra UC.
Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone might be tying up this loose end at long last. Though I would ask you, do not make the mistake of confusing me for a simple cutthroat. You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it. If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There is a stuck
Wolf
station in the
system.
vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Fica aí dentro, assim, numa boa. Eu não consigo entrar aí. Inacessível. Tem até segundo andar, olha só. Ok, bom, gente, eu voltei aqui pra UC porque tem uma missão opcional aqui, ó. Olha lá, opcional, fale com a suplente. Então vamos falar com ela aqui, que tá no prédio aqui mesmo, né? Então já vamos conversar com ela.
Did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Tem criminoso de guerra executado no seu porão.
Captain, please, keep your voice down. The situation with the prisoner is a complex one. A holdover from a different era. But it's a situation we've been managing as discreetly and humanely as we can for some time now. And the most critical part of that management is making sure no one else learns of it. Do I make myself clear?
Do I make myself clear? Por que não contaram para Hadrian? Poderiam ter contado para ela isso,
The
né?
Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information. And she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself. Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about
E se eu colocasse de baixo?
just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlays? He's finally found
Orlays.
him.
Orlays.
Of course, killing Orlays is completely out of the question. But bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return? Allowing you to kill someone on behalf of the prisoner? Absolutely not. But taking the chance to bring a known criminal to justice? Well, the old man's been right more than a few times in the past. So, what's being put on the table here? Really? He found the members of the research
É a
team.
única opção que dá pra pôr,
He
né?
initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? Trusting the man downstairs would be a mistake. But I don't think you need to be too concerned. This is far from the
É ou
first
não é,
time he's
fia?
handed over, and all previous missions went off largely without a hitch. So while I'd certainly warrant caution, I think you can proceed. Then I'll bid you good day, Captain, and remind you of the importance of discretion.
Ok. Fale com o comandante Marks. Eu consigo... Ele tá fora daqui? Tá. Vamos fazer uma viagem rápida, gente, que é muito mais fácil do que eu ir até minha nave. fazer tudo esse rolo. Vamos fazer a dobra, né, que ele vai fazer. Ele só aparece a opção de acoplar quando chega a 500 metros. Fora isso, pelo que eu reparei, né, que eu tava olhando fixa pra distância ali pra ver quanto que ia ser. E realmente quando bate assim, 500 metros, aí ele libera a opção de acoplar a nave. Vamos lá então. Deixa eu ver.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard.
Na verdade, eu sou da vanguarda. Supra Ultra.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform.
Eu não estou de uniforme, Fia.
What can I do for you? Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him? Suit yourself. Well, I can tell you there's no one on the den by that name. But there has been a rumor about a ship floating out around Etheria. Never docks, doesn't respond to hails. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlaise of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. Just, well, you'll need to be careful. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading...
provavelmente seja ele então, né?
Well, the original Den Star Station was destroyed decades ago during the Serpent's Crusade by marauding House Varun zealots. Big part of the remains from those battles ended up gathering around Etheria, forming a nasty debris field. Every now and then, some headstrong scrapper comes limping back because they hit an 80-year-old mine. Or sometimes they don't come back at all. Things you should...
Vamos perguntar, né? Toda informação é bem-vinda.
That kind of place. This is a quiet assignment. Keep an eye out for pirates, make sure smuggling's kept to a minimum, occasional rescue job out in the debris fields. Otherwise, it's mostly long haulers and staying ready for the day the collective wants another round, or House Varun comes back in force.
Então vamos aceitar as coordenadas.
Sure thing. Here. This should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Pra pegar seu homem. Embarcar, eu saio. Viajar, vamos lá. Então, já vou sair na treta? Estérea as ideias.
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me?
No level 28.
For the field. Sail your last moments, moat. All systems shoot them down.
Ah, pô, que minha nave é boa! Ah, gente, é teleguiado, não vou nem me preocupar, ele já tá quase morrendo. Vamos. Mais um. Caraca, essa nave é muito boa. É a primeira vez que eu entro em combate com ela, né? Ah, peraí, vou bater. Pronto. Uma missão. Ele vai fazer já a dobra pra lá. Você poderia ter aberto o mapa e já ter ido direto pra lá, né? De volta. Aí já teleportava lá no chão, mas... Ah, eu queria tanto um cabelo comprido, mas esses jogos eles não acrescentam cabelo longo, é impressionante. Caraca. No Fallout eu só consegui um cabelo grande porque é mod. Falando em Fallout, gente, eu não desisti da série do Fallout, tá bom? Eu só dei uma pausa nela mesmo, pra quem tá acompanhando. Mas eu tenho um episódio aqui ainda pra postar, eu vou voltar a postar. Vou fazer o vídeo que me pediram dos mods que eu estou usando, eu não esqueci. Eu só não fiz por enquanto mesmo, porque eu tô dando uma focada em Starfield, né? Mas eu vou fazer, não esqueci. Ok, já voltei com ele aqui, ó. Vamos conversar com ele agora. Comunicador.
Welcome back, Captain.
Tá, Capê, agora que eu me toquei, eu realmente matei o cara.
Happily. But first I believe you owe me something. Your evidence? Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
Vamos.
Transfer accepted.
Você vai abrir pra eu poder entrar aí?
Look at that. Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome. A military Model A, yes. Specifically customized for the needs of the Xeno warfare team during the Colony War. A powerful resource, if you can recover him. Of course. We're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Mais 3.000 de créditos adicionados. Conquista. Diabos familiares. Conclua diabos familiares. Ok. Eu tava vendo, gente, a lista de conquista, porque eu gosto de ver, né? E eu vi que tem muita dessas conquistas assim, tipo, complete tal coisa. Tipo, muita conquista de missão, no caso, né? Então, pra quem quer... Opa! Pra quem tá em busca do 1000G e tudo mais, né? Tem muita conquista assim. Eu não sei quais são. Será que eu desbloqueei por desbloquear mesmo, porque eu não sei. Mas, enfim, né? Isso ia ser minha thumbnail. Minha provável thumbnail, meu Deus. É que eu pego esses jogos que tem, tipo, modo foto. Meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus!
Off the grid.
Bom, lá vamos nós, então. Lá pra baixo, eu quase me matei. Eu não sabia que a gente ia teleportar, tipo, no nada, assim. Eu achei que a gente ia vir com a nave e, tipo, ia dar a opção de sair primeiro.
Captain, welcome back. Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
Não tá saindo quanto... Sinceramente, não sinto nada de diferente.
To each their own. Still remember my ceremony. 19 years old, standing on the front deck of Mast, looking over the city. One of the proudest days of my life. But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them. Well, 8. They went extinct a few decades back. A big lumbering thing called an Aceles.
Aceles. Aceles, né? Português é Aceles.
If we had the people to look into it. That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser?
Vou atrás dele agora, mas me disseram que eu ia precisar da sua ajuda para encontrar os protocolos de segurança dele.
That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Oh, how? How exactly did you manage to find them?
Recebi uma ajudinha, mas não posso dar mais detalhes. Na verdade, foi seu pai, François Sanon. Nossa, gente, sacanagem, né? Eu não sei se eu posso falar. Se eu falar pra ela, acho que pode dar ruim mais pra frente, né?
Miracle worker is more like it. Getting Kaiser back, that gives us more than a few new paths forward on dealing with the terramorphs. But if he's been out there on his own all this time, you're gonna need something. Come on.
Ok.
We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back online. Some of the containment chambers were a bit on the...
Gente, não é roubo.
But the facility staff made short work of that. I know it's here somewhere.
Por favor, então, vai.
Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine?
Nos belli machinis.
A battlefield. On Nera? Ugh, sheesh, no wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nera was destination number 1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso.
Angelo
Goes
Alonso.
by Gel.
Gel.
As good a place to start as any.
Tá bom, também, Vanilla. Ele precisa te contar uma coisa, seu pai está vivo. Ai, gente.
Kaiser lets us do fieldwork with a level of precision that there's really no other way to accomplish. More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the terramorph transmission method, or crafting a targeted biological agent. They require highly specific materials to test against. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well, it usually ended up with ruined samples and wounded teammates.
Gente, eu quero contar, mas eu tô com medo de contar e acabar dando ruim mais pra frente nessa união. Nisso tudo que a gente tá fazendo, entendeu? Porque eu sei que eles vão ficar pé da vida com a gente. Nossa, gente, que decisão. E se eu não contar, eu sei que ela vai descobrir uma hora ou outra e ela vai ficar pé da vida com a gente. Tenho certeza que isso vai acabar acontecendo. Não é possível que vai passar impune, porque tá dando, muitas vezes tá dando a opção de eu contar pra ela a verdade.
And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use as soon as you got them.
Ok. Pessoal, mas nós vamos pra Nera no próximo vídeo, porque eu acho que eu vou encerrar esse vídeo por aqui, gente, que eu já acho que ele tá num tamanho bom pra vocês, né? Eu consegui fazer bastante coisa nesse vídeo, avançamos bem na história, né? Então eu vou encerrar por aqui. Eu espero que vocês estejam gostando da série de Starfield. Avaliem o vídeo, comentem o que eu posso estar melhorando, me deem dicas, porque é sempre bem-vindo, né? Eu posso estar deixando passar alguma coisa que vocês estejam vendo, ou algo que eu não sei ainda e vocês saibam. Então toda ajuda é bem-vinda. Caso você ainda não seja inscrito, já se inscreve aí para ficar por dentro de mais vídeos. Eu finalmente consegui chegar aos meus 650 inscritos. Então, já deixa aquela inscrição, aquele like para me ajudar a bater logo a próxima meta, que são os 700. Então, pessoal, obrigada por assistir. Até um próximo vídeo. Valeu e falou.
Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies.